It's a quiet evening, guys. It's a quiet evening. Let me just wait for a few of you to engage with me now, just to come online before we start. It's quite a nice evening where I am right now. It's around past 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see how many of you guys gonna be joining me. I think it's gonna be an amazing live stream. It's a live stream where we are going to engage with each other and share our experiences. And to those ones who are also like, yeah, really into traveling. Actually, everybody is into traveling, all right. But there's except a few people maybe who can't travel anymore because of maybe age. But as far as I believe a lot of you out there, guys, you're travelers. You like to travel. You like to see new destinations. Actually, it's something that I would like encourage everybody. You know, hi, Eunice Black. Hi, how are you? I would want to, to engage with you guys, getting to know you much better. The more engagement that I do when I'm doing these lives is the better, because I understand by this time most of you, um, I mean not by this, yeah, most of you by this time you are back at home from work. It's a Monday after all, so I think it's a good time for me to be doing this live. Um, I don't know what you think, guys, but let's chat about this because the last time that I was doing when I was doing this live, that was around past, what time was it? Yeah, I'm well, thanks. Hope you well too. Yes, Eunice Black, I'm well. I was just wondering where you've been for some time until I was so surprised when you say, hey, I'm here. Man, it's a good thing. Eunice Blake, I started this long time ago. She's been just like there, right beside me, supporting me in every corner. And this channel was still very, very, very small by then. So I don't know. I'm just gonna engage um, into you guys, into many of you guys who are gonna be just like traveling around South Africa. So I'm just going to give tips. Like I'm saying, the last chat that I had, the last live that I had, um, I think I didn't have the live chat. So I missed to be chatting to people. People would want to be like asking questions. Couldn't be able to ask me questions because there was no chat there. There was no live chat. Why? Because I had set the whole live as made for kids, and only just discovered that when I was just doing some few editings there. So yeah, we're gonna start another chat again. Let's just chat. Let's engage. Ask what you wanna ask. But most, as you can see, as you can read, what the title is saying. Let's chat about having ideas, giving you tips of how to travel or the best destinations that you can travel to here in South Africa. So yeah, I think I'm not going to be waiting for so many people. As I'm always saying, you replay this video, you'll see what I've been saying in the live. So let's just continue. Let's just start with this live. Now, I would say the best places that you can visit in 2024. This I'm saying to anyone who might be touring South Africa, to anyone that is even here. Okay, let me just have some greetings. I don't know. Um, I'm not doing right. I didn't greet everyone else because I can see there are five of you guys who are on the chat right now. Let me just greet you. In the name of God, how are you, all of you? Dominic here, Karina is here and is saying, I'm going to South Africa at the end of month, and I can't wait. You see, that's exactly because I've seen in my channel, people who are watching my videos. Most of them, it's people that are travelers, people who wants to visit to South Africa. So I'm here to be giving you the advices, um, without, you know, giving you those advices that might scare you off, because I've got different videos here, because I want to suit everyone. I want to give you exactly how things are in South Africa. I don't want you to be like, when you come down to South Africa, you find things different from what I would have been saying, or from the videos that I've been just showing you. That's the reason why I show you mostly the good side, and also a few bad sides, so that you are ready. Okay, I'm going by myself. Is it safe? Yeah, I'm here to be answering you all those questions, guys. Yeah, you are a solo traveler. There are solo travelers here in South Africa. There are many of them. I've met a lot of them in Durban. I've met a lot of solo travelers in Cape Town. Now, what you just need to do is, when you are a solo traveler, you must do your research quite properly before you pick your bags coming to South Africa. Research, as is this one. It's a research on its own, because we are giving each other tips. Research on the internet as well. Then you get to know exactly which areas that you want to visit to. Where do you want to go to? First of all, because when you are visiting a country, you need to know where you want to go to. You need to know which areas that you want to visit when you go to that country. You can't just be like, I just want to go to South Africa, but you haven't done some researches to say which cities do you want to visit, whether they are villages. You need to do your good research on that, so that when you come to South Africa, or you go to that country that you want to visit, you'll be having a good, um, proper ideas of the places that you'll be going to. You understand that it's very important. And also, when you are visiting a country, you must make sure you book. You must book an area. You must book, uh, first of all, so that when you come, you don't have to have a problem of to say, now where can I sleep tonight? Maybe you get to an area, you find that the hotels are fully booked and all that stuff. You must book, but then after that, you can change hotels to the one that is suitable for you. um, in South Africa, we have got B&Bs, apartments, you've got hotels, a different kind of accommodation, guest houses. You have just to research to make your own, to have something that suits you best. But to have something that suits you best, you have to um, go to that area first of all, but book maybe for 2 3 days. You're in that area. If you want to continue with the area that you are, then you can always plus the days, same area, that same hotel, that. But you can do your researches whilst you're in that hotel that you visited, to make sure that maybe you might find cheaper ones, better ones, according to the way you want things, and according to the way you'll be traveling. So those are the most important tips when you are traveling, especially here in South Africa. You must make sure you've got your accommodation. That's the first thing. You've got enough amount of money. You don't have to come to South Africa and then you become a destitute. Make sure you've got enough amount of money. What? Thank you so much. It's a fine. Make sure you've got enough money to travel. You've got enough money to pay your accommodation. You've got enough money for food. That doesn't mean you've got to be rich, but save just enough money for your travels. You understand? Make sure you've got your return ticket. What is more important, you have a return ticket, so that if anything goes wrong, you go home. It's as simple as that, without any problems at all, because you've got your return ticket that has been already booked. Um, and then those are the tips I think that is more important. And make sure when you travel to a certain country, don't get to that area and then you just drink water from the tap. It's very important, guys. Don't just straight away drink the water from the tap. Buy water, that the still water from the shops or supermarkets or wherever, but just buy still water. You understand? It's very important, because there are some different diseases. Some other people already, they are immune. They can drink water tap without having any complications. But you can't just drink the water they are drinking because they are drinking that water. They are already immune. They have got that immune to that water. So if you drink the same water, you might have, a problem. It might be diarrhea. It might be, some other complications that is caused by dirty water. So you need to use always still water, or if it happens that you're really thirsty and you don't have a bottled water by then, boil the water, the tap water. Um, you boil it, and then what can you make it cold a little, and then you drink. That's all you just need to do. So I'm talking of places. Is there something? Is there anyone who have got a question? I'm here to be answering you the questions, guys. It's important. If there is something that you don't understand, ask me. I'll be reading your questions. That's why I'm here. I'm not only just be talking. I'll be answering your questions. If there is anything that you need to know, I'll be answering your questions of your travel. This is mostly about tips of how to travel in South Africa. What is the most important when you're traveling in South Africa? The most important thing that you should have, and places I think maybe you can avoid, or places you shouldn't avoid when you come here. So um, good areas, good places that maybe you should start off, especially for the first timers. The very safe area here in South Africa. When it comes to tourists, actually, it's Cape Town. Cape Town, the tourism there is quite booming. There's a lot of tourists around that area, I can tell you. So Cape Town, it's a good travel destination for a first, if it's your first time, and also for a solo traveler, because you meet so many other solo people who will be also traveling. Cape Town is the best place to start with. I'm not saying you will end up in Cape Town, but when you are booking your ticket, come straight to Cape Town. Book your ticket that comes straight to Cape Town. All right, Cape Town, find a hotel there, and then from there, um, spend some days learning how things are going. You will meet a lot of other tourists there. It's quite I mean a place that you could make your first destination to travel to South Africa. It's a nice place. South Africa, I mean Cape Town is quite a beautiful area, quite clean. Even the CBD is quite clean. So there in Cape Town, which as a tourist, we're now talking as a tourist, um, which areas that you would want to, maybe if you come, that maybe you might not find when you are researching and all that stuff. I can give you the places that I've been to. Um, you can go to Robben Island. It's another good area that you should go to, Robben Island, where Mandela spent a lot of years in jail. You have you have to get a fare, or is that a boat from Waterfront. All right, how much is that boat? I can't remember well. I don't know, but I don't think it's more than 600 rands. I can't remember the prices. Well, you can search on that. The prices are there on the internet. It's a place that you can really go and learn about South Africa from the people who knows, because you'll be having the tour guide there, and it's quite interesting. It's quite nice. You will enjoy even having the boat. You'll be many. There are so many people who are, because there are certain days, certain times that ferry boat goes to Robben Island. You understand? So it's always full so you'll be many. When you get to Robben Island, you would have to be like from the ship. You get a bus. That bus will take you around the island, and you'll be having the tour guides who'll be showing you the area and everything. You're right there in the what do you call it, on the island, being shown everything. It's nice just to be there. It's very nice to be there. It's very cool to be there, and they'll show you the prison cells where Mandela was imprisoned, with the reasons and everything. The tour guide with their experience, they will be relating everything that happened in that jail. So I think it's a good thing. When you go to Cape Town, it's a place that you don't want to miss to go because it has got so much history about South Africa. Let me just read here. Um, so you don't advise what is that? New newcomers to start with newcomers, okay, to start with Johannesburg when visiting SA. Um, According to my experience, it's fine. There's so many people who comes to SA, but I would really like, if you are going to be in South Africa for some time, the very best area to start with is Cape Town. Because why? It's a simple, very simple area. In which way? Um, for tourists, I mean, in which there are so many tourists that you find there. You meet a lot of you meet, you talk, you share ideas, you share experiences. If you're someone who's able to engage with other people, especially when you're traveling, you know, you'll talk. They will advise you where to go, where not to go, what their experience is, and all that stuff. So I'm still coming to Johannesburg. Let me just start with okay, let me read this. I already have some experience in Africa, been to Kenya 2 times. It's a good thing if you see, you've been already in Africa, so you've got an idea of how things are operated here in Africa. So it won't be that much of a problem to you if you kind of even start with Johannesburg. I'm saying if you are someone who's coming to Africa for the first time, you are a first timer, you're a solo traveler. I need to give you, I need to advise on my own opinion, actually, my own experience, what I've seen. Um, Cape Town is the best. So let me continue with Cape Town. I've been just giving you the best places that you should go to. Thank you for the insights. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Hetoff. You have some respect. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So let's go to Cape Town. Like I'm still in Cape Town and advising you on best places where you can go when you're in Cape Town. We are now from Robben Island. You've seen Robben Island. At the waterfront is an obvious place that when you get there, you'd want to see waterfront. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful area. Waterfront. It's got so many restaurants. The nightlife there is just amazing. You see, you can come and have your dinner, your whatever. You do enjoy that. So many people, the locals, the drama people who comes and shows their talents, the dance groups and all that stuff. If you want to be like filming, you see, if you are someone who loves a camera like me, if you are someone who loves a camera like me, Cape Town is the place to be because especially in those areas. You can flash your camera out, you can extend it as far as you want to extend it. Nobody can give you a problem. You can document everything that you want to document. You understand? Because when you're traveling, what is more important is, even if it's not for YouTube, I know most people, they want to document their travels. They want to take pics of their travels, show families and friends how they are, their travel, how their trips have been just like. So taking your phone out, having some shootings, or even giving to someone, hey, shoot me. Those are places that you can do that with easy. You are very safe to do that. The waterfront area. That's where you can get everything, even clothes. You want to buy clothes, nice South African clothes, traditional clothes. There are all places like that. Also, there at waterfront, you would have this area. What do you call it? The aquarium, where you can go and watch sea life in the aquarium. Right there at waterfront, you've got the opportunity to do that. Those are things that you should do there. Don't skip doing those things. It's little things, but it's very important to say, I've been in Cape Town, I've done this. Yeah, I've seen the sea life, the ocean, the water life in that aquarium that is right there at the waterfront. Not expensive. I'm not so sure about the prices. The prices, you must search them on the internet, but it's not that expensive. You can also from the waterfront, you can also get a ferry boat. That's a small red boat that is there that carries, I don't know if it's about 20 people, that just goes around the harbor area. You see, it just goes the harbor area. It's quite an experience. It's quite. I don't know. It's just nice doing that. So you get there, they drive you around the harbor area, showing you and also telling you the stuff with history about the area. How nice, how beautiful to do that. So it's some of those things that you should do when you visit Cape Town. All right, and still there at waterfront. What else can you do in waterfront other than the hotels, other than the eating of food? You can also have the helicopter. The helicopter, how much? I'm forgetting these prices. I didn't do the helicopter. It's something that I still thinking maybe I should do just to show my audience the helicopter. I haven't done the helicopter. There is a helicopter there that you can have. I think it starts from 10 minutes or so in different prices. Depends with how many minutes that you want to take with that helicopter. It shows you the Cape Town, the sea area, the town, and everything from above. So if you're someone who would like to you know, uh, capture pics and all that stuff, those are the areas that you should do that. So it's easy when you get there. You can easily pay from from them, and then you hire that helicopter so that you can see the area very well. Things to do when you get to Cape Town. All right, and what else can you do when you are still around that area? Or if there is something else that I've just forgetting, I'll come back to it. But let's just move away from now from the waterfront. The other things that you should do when you visit uh, Cape Town, you must go to Table Mountain. Is it Mountain Table? All right, Table Mountain. I'm just forgetting which starts. Is it Table Mountain or Mountain Table? Table Mountain. All right. Um, it's quite if you are someone who's into hiking. Okay, if you are someone who's into hiking, because I know most of you guys you love hiking. All right. When you are traveling, it's a lot. It's quite a good exercise as well. I love doing that. I love hiking. Yeah, when I'm in Cape Town, I go. Especially when I'm in Cape Town, I go for hiking. Um, go to Table Mountain. It's either you can go up hiking if you're good enough, or you can descend hiking. So you can use the cable car going up. All right, you pay a certain amount, then you can hike coming down. You can descend, or you can hike going up and also coming down. But I tell you, Table Mountain is not a joke when it comes to hiking. It's not a joke. I nearly like it was crazy when I did it because I had never done it before. So I took the you know like the challenge, and the people that I started with, they left me behind, and they were all gone. I only just reached my destination. It was maybe after them 30 minutes or so. Them had already reached the down part of the Mountain area. You know where you get the cable car. So it's things that you should do. Is you enjoy doing that. How do you get to Cable Mountain? This is what you should know, because these are the tips that I'm giving you. How do you get to Table Mountain? Let's say you're in a hotel, wherever you will be around. Maybe your hotel is in a sea. Is it sea point? Because there is sea point. That area has got so many apartments, hotels, and all that stuff. Maybe you're around somewhere there. How do you get to Table Mountain? You must get an Uber. You must find an Uber, or if you are with friends, or you must the other very good transportation that you can also have in Cape Town is the red sightseeing bus. I'm always using that one because you pay a certain amount and then you can just do the hops and offs, different destinations. Like let's say you want to be at the Table Mountain, you go there, you do whatever you want to do there at Table Mountain. The first bus is gone, maybe the second bus, the third bus is already gone. When you're ready to continue with the journey, you get down from Table Mountain up, and then you get the bus, continue to another destination. So you just book You go, where can you get there's so many offices, but if you go in the city, let's say maybe you are in the CBD, Cape Town CBD, there is a red sightseeing office in Long Street. Search it or ask anyone, any security, and ask where is the right sightseeing office that is in Long Street, right? You will get that office. You book whatever you book, wherever you want to go, right? Or you go to Waterfront. From Waterfront, that's where usually you can start your, you know, you can start your ride. You can also book from the office, or you can do it directly from online. It's up to you, however you want to do. But it's quite an experiment, just to go to the office, to the offices. Now, these offices are here, and when I'm going to take the bus, I'm going to take it from here. You just do it manually. So it's like you're from the hotel, you just come to the office. When you're going to get the bus, maybe it's the following day, or maybe it's that same day. You know exactly where to go, because it's a good thing. Like if you want to do something, you book it in time. Like if you want to hiking, you book maybe your bus for the following morning, so that you start your journey early in the morning. So you need to prepare. Preparation is more important than anything. You need to prepare doing those things. So, right, like you are there on Table Mountain. Let's talk about Table Mountain a little. When you go up, there's some restaurants there on the top of my Table Mountain. There are some people who just want to be like, when they go there, it's not about hiking, but just seeing the area, just enjoying people, just enjoying the sights and everything. You can get into the cable car. There is an amount of money that you pay there. Then you get up with a cable car, takes you up there. Then there are restaurants that you can enjoy some food, and then when you're ready to get down, then you get down. You see, it's quite very enjoyable doing that. Right. Another area again, before, when I'm still on hiking, you can also go to. I've done Lion's Head. It was driving me crazy that that mountain. You can also go doing some hiking there. It's quite interesting. It's quite a good place, but it's a little bit risky as well. You must know where you're stepping. There are chains and ladders there. I've done them before, so it's quite interesting for you if you are a hiker. You want to go there hiking. So those are the places that you can go. And going to Lancet, I think you can use an Uber. You can use an Uber going there, and then you can hike. So I'm talking of the right sightseeing bus. As you can continue, like let's say you're now from Table Mountain, there are areas that is just surrounding Cape Town. Like there is a garden, a botanical garden. What is that name of that botanical garden? Is there anyone who knows this garden where it has got so many species of flowers? Many, I think there are thousands of species of flowers. Many tourists comes to just to see the flowers, different kinds of flowers. That's the only garden in Cape Town that is with so many species of flowers. I've done a video of that. I was lost in there just watching. It's just near to the Table Mountain. The Table Mountain, you'll be just watching just like this from your right. So you can pass through there using the same red bus. You drop there, you go watch whatever you go. You have your drinks. If you are someone who's drinking, then you carry on. You can be in at a certain area maybe for about 40 minutes, because you want to be like someone who wants to see many places. When you're using a red, you've booked. This is the tip, all right? When you've booked a red bus, make sure you see many places same time. Don't be like you book a bus and then you only just go and see one place, because these are on and offs, on and off. So you drop off, you hop on, just like that, going to different destinations of the day from the money you would have paid for the day. So let's say you've dropped at Table Mountain. From Table Mountain, you can still continue go to that botanical garden. I can't remember it, but I think there are people who knows about that botanical garden here in Cape Town, um, where you find those different species of flowers. If you're someone who loves flowers, especially like the elder, the young, you having, you're just enjoying, let's say two people just enjoying your love matters. Yeah, it's a place to go. From there, it continues, the bus continues, and then you can also go and watch different birds. There is an area where there are different birds, species of birds. Beautiful. It's those things that you should do. You shouldn't skip. And but getting into those areas, you pay a certain fee. Make it a point. It's not like when you take that bus, then you are no longer going to be paying any fees. There are some fees that you pay when you are getting into those areas that I'm telling you about. There is also that area for monkey, for seeing monkeys. Um, you must also see the monkeys. It's the same route, all right? It's not confusing at all. It's the same route when you're having that red bus, and then it will take you to uh, the areas like, which is this before Camps Bay? There's another area, but I can't remember it. Before Camps Bay, there's another area that you pass as well that you can drop off, and there is an ocean just nearby. You can see the area, you can enjoy the area, and then it continues to Camps Bay. From Camps Bay, there is areas there as well, restaurants and all that stuff. Then you can also take a dive in the ocean. That's where you can get nice beach that you can take a dive. So those are the areas that I can say you can go to when you are taking a red bus that goes on that, right? Which is the other areas again that you can go whilst you're still right in Cape Town. You can go to the winelands. I've gone to the winelands, guys. It was very interesting. If you're someone who likes wine, oh my boy, you can go get drunk. I'm telling you. Because when you're testing, there is a certain amount that you just buy. When you go there, you it's a red sightseeing bus. It's red sightseeing bus that you can book. There is a certain amount. I think it's a 600 and something or so. There are days that that bus goes there. I don't know. I can't remember well. I think maybe it's Mondays, Wednesdays. There are days actually, but it's not like every day. There are days when that bus goes there because it's a distance from Cape Town to that area where the winelands. The winelands will be like they are now in Western Cape. It will be falling under Western Cape, but the bus is coming from Cape Town. Those are things that you should always um, mind. You must go and see those winelands. It's very interesting. The winelands. Where are the winelands? Which towns are there in the winelands? The towns that are there is and what's this? Stellenbosch, and Stellenbosch is the one that is so famous, and the other one I can't is Fishhook. What I can't remember well the other name, but the Stellenbosch is there. The Stellenbosch that is very known in South Africa. Actually, the riches. I can say most of the riches. It's a rich area. It's a rich people's area because they are farming wine. They are farming grapes. So grapes wine is good. It's a good business. They are rich, those people from that area. So you should go, and when you go with that bus, the bus it's a very comfortable bus. The comfortability that they provide you with in that bus is top. It's top notch. I enjoyed riding in that bus. It's very comfortable because it's quite it's a bus that is closed. It's not like the one that you do the hop on hop down or off bus. That one is comfortable seats. It's a closed bus because sometimes it might be raining. You are in there. You're okay. You're covered. So when you get to these winelands, they'll tell you how things are going into these farms where you test the wines, different wines that you're going to be testing there. So if you're a strong drinker, you can, because they feel, they'll fill the glass, kind of feeling it. And if you are someone who's testing to finish it, you come back from there drunk. I'm telling you. So you test. There's some cheese and other stuff. It's a nice place to go. You shouldn't miss that. All right, let's leave the wineland and go to other areas. Which other areas do I think of again? There is a bus that also takes you to Hermanus. Is it Hermanus? Where you can go and watch the whales, especially if it's a season for whales. You must search on there and find out which one is the seasons for whales, because there is seasons for whales. So whereby when you go to those areas, when they take you there, you can see the whales, you know, just enjoying themselves in the sea. It's quite a nice, it's quite a nice sight. Something that you should see if you visit Cape Town. And you should also go to Cape of Good Hope. I went there. Um, Wait. What is saying here? Young Villian says, what's your favorite SA city and why? Okay, I'll be coming to that. I'll answer that question. I'll answer you. Wait, just let me just finish this. So yeah, I was talking of Good Hope, Cape of Good Hope. It's a place that you should go, no matter what, because Cape of Good Hope is an area whereby it's understood to be the tip of Africa. It's understood to be the place where the oceans meet. Have you ever heard about that? Where two oceans meet? They say it's in Cape of Good Hope. And when I've got a video of that. You should check it on my channel. I've done Cape of Good Hope. Just go and research it in Cape Town. I've just got to right at the tip of. They say that's where the two oceans meet. But when you read deep about it, it's they say it's untrue. It's not where where the two oceans meet. The two oceans meet at this area. Where is that? You guys we've done some history. I think you know some geography and all that stuff, some researches, you know what I'm talking about. So if you go to that area, you would have the opportunity of passing this area, these little towns, where you'll be able to see the penguins. Oh wow, it's also different. It's also a beautiful area. I've shown that in my video, and seeing baboons if you are lucky enough to meet with baboons along the way. So it's quite an adventurous ride from the CBD to Cape of Good Hope. You will spend the whole day, doing that and coming back. So your money is worth it. If you pay your 600 rand, I don't know exactly, is it 650 or it's around there? If you pay that amount, it takes you there and you come back. There are some eateries there, the restaurants. You buy your nice food and you eat, you enjoy yourself, and then you. Those are the routes that you should take when you are in Cape. There are so many other several areas that you can research for your own. Some of those areas that I didn't go to, but I'm sharing with the ones that I've got experience with, the ones that I've gone to, so that you don't get lost. Right. Let me answer this question. What's your favorite SA city and why? For me, I've got a different favorite cities. I've got so many favorite cities here in South Africa, many with different reasons. You understand? Cape Town is my favorite city as well. Durban is my favorite city as well. Pretoria is my favorite city. Johannesburg is just it's a city that I like to travel to. But it used to be my favorite city, but not anymore. Some reasons, like I'm saying. So I said Cape Town, my favorite. Durban, my favorite. Pretoria, my favorite. All right. Why Cape Town is my favorite? What is the reasons? Why do I love Cape Town? In Cape Town, I mean, the life there is just, I love the way people live in Cape Town. Mind your own business. It's your pocket that talks. You just live comfortably there. Many people, they say Cape Town might be second or the number one area of crime, and it's so many things are happening there. But the thing is that's why I was saying, when you are visiting areas, there are some places that you can go to. There are some areas that you can't go to. You understand? So in many areas that are go areas where they are safe, Cape Town is. I just love Cape Town. It's the weather for me when it comes to Cape Town. Though the weather is always changing, it's raining this time, it's hot this time, it's cold this time. It doesn't have, it's got winter, summer, whatever, same day. Things just change. I just love the way things are there. That's the reason why I said on my last video, when you're in Cape Town, when you're living Cape Town, you're leaving your hotel room, you're going out there, like when you're going to visit those areas, and you leave your hotel room, it's hot. And then you think you're gonna leave your jacket behind. It's a big mistake. Don't do that. Make sure you carry your jacket with you. Make sure you carry your warmest jacket with you, so that if things start to change, then you are covered, because it could get very, very cold. Just like that. I've experienced that. It has happened to me, and I've seen that happening. Even the last time when I was there in Cape Town, when I was doing the mountain hiking for Table Mountain, I did the hiking. It was slippery. It was so dangerous. And don't do that, guys. Never ever do the mountain hiking when it is slippery, when it is raining. I did that. It was raining, but I had to do it because I didn't have days. I needed to vacate. I needed to go to. I think I needed to go to PE Port Elizabeth, then to Durban. So I didn't have time, and already my schedule was leaving me behind. So I was forced to do that hiking that day, even though the other day that I didn't do the hiking, the weather was just good. So the weather just changed that morning, and I went for hiking. It was slippery there, and it was quite very dangerous. Don't do hiking when it is raining, because it's slippery. There are stones that are very slippery, and sometimes it's going like this, and there are chains and ladders on that, so it's quite risky. So that's what I'm saying. That some of the things that you just need to be aware of on these cities. And then the next city that I'll see, my very next favorite city, I would say, is Durban. Why Durban? I'm not really a fan for the city, for the CBD. The CBD, yeah, it's good to be there, but the CBD that doesn't impress me that much, especially now. It's something as Johannesburg. The CBD is just, I don't know. It's not going the way it should be, you know. But there are areas in Durban that is not the CBD of Durban. That is not the areas that is just surrounding Durban. Those are the ones that I'm just going to be giving you. What makes me very much interested to it becomes my best area to be is the weather. The weather in Durban is just amazing, guys. The weather is just amazing. It's winter, it's summer, it's raining. You can go and do your sea bath. Even in winter, when other areas are very cold, the weather there is just good. You can go do swimming in winter time. So imagine you can't go do swimming in winter time in Cape Town. It's freezing, it's killing there. You see, it's very risky to be doing that. But in Durban, the weather is just okay, it's humid. The atmosphere is kind of humid, and even for some people, the complexion it changes when you're there in Durban. I love Durban for those reasons, and the areas also surrounding Durban where you can go do your things, enjoy yourself. There is, if we are someone who likes the casino, just to go and have fun at the casino. At the casino, the Suncoast Casino, it's not all about just wasting your money. You can go do other things like the restaurants, the good restaurants there. There is Muhlanga area, Muhlanga Rock. That area is beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Even the beaches, the beach is very beautiful. The area is just beautiful. Though the beach is kind of stony, there's kind of stones. I mean rocks, not stones, rocks in the water. So you must be very careful. That is Umhlanga. That's that's one thing I can say is the disadvantage of that beach. But there are so many people who flocks in there who goes there because it's quite beautiful. The waters are blue. It's nice when you're there. You enjoy. I'm telling you when you go to that area. So that's what I like of Durban. Those areas, the Bluff, and areas like if you want to go further, it's now KZN because Durban falls under KZN. You could go to areas like Balito. You enjoy yourself there because it's Balito is a Barbie Cape Town. You can talk about it. It's nice. There are so many beautiful areas where you can go to Durban. Now, let's talk about this because people, yeah, I'm talking of those beautiful areas around. I'm not talking of uh, of the neighborhoods. I'm not talking of the townships. It's very unfair. Now, let's talk about the townships that you do find, especially in Durban, that I've enjoyed to be. You can go to Umlazi. There is a township there that is called Umlazi. Umlazi, it's quite a beautiful area, but though it is painted a lot with the social media to say the area is as dangerous as it is. Of course, it's always the norm, But it's an area where you can go, but you need to find someone who will be like a local just to go and go around there. If you're someone who's like visiting, you're coming from you're coming from abroad, or you're coming from another country, you don't know the area well. Find just a local. Those are the areas that you must go with a local. You understand? Someone who understands the language of that. The language barrier sometimes can be kind of challenging. So those are the things, the reason why you should find someone to be with you when you go to those areas. I've been there, and I've done nice vlogs, though I've been just by myself. I'm a solo traveler. To those ones who have been asking, what can I do when I'm a solo traveler? I'm a solo traveler. I can go anywhere, but I know how to do things because now I've got the experience of traveling by myself. Um, I've been there. I've seen good places. You guys from here, you know what I'm talking about. There is this house for Nkuns. There is this guy who's on the showpiece who's very known very much here in South Africa. He's a celebrity. So there is a house that they act to. So I was asked by some subscribers and said, we want to see that house. Go to Umlazi and show that house on your camera. So I went there and I did it, and then like I posted it and people loved it. It's a nice kasi. Not that no Umlazi is not the one that has got that house for Unkunzi. It's what do you call it? Uh, I've forgotten this name because there is Umlazi, right? And there is okay, yeah, exactly. I'd forgotten. Kwamashu. It's Kwamashu. Kwamashu is where that house for Nkunzi is. That's where I went as well. It was nice. And when you are going to those areas, for those ones who are like who love hiking, but for those ones who are living in areas whereby you are living in an area where you are living in a flat land. When you're living in a flat land, when you visit Durban, just know you're going to have a problem. So, if you're someone who's like exercising, all the time, you've got no problem. Going to areas like Kwamashu, going to areas like Emlazi, um, it's a mountainous area. It's a place whereby there are houses that are in hills. So when you're going to another area, it's like you've got to go by steps. They built some steps there. You go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. So it's all about descending and ascending. So if your legs are weak, it's crazy. I was sweating there when I was doing some vlogs there. I would be just like stand there sometimes, get some rest, and then I'll start. And then I saw no, my exercises are not good anymore. But the people, the locals, the people who are coming from there, they run those areas. They are very active. They're used to climb those mountains up and down, just like so. Those are the things that might interest you when you are visiting to areas like for the local people in the townships. Umlazi is the best place that you should be. Um, Kwamashi is the best place that you should be, but go with a local if you go there. Go with a local. All right. What else would you have to experience? Something that you would like to experience? You should have The yellow train is still there. They're still using that yellow train, of which is no more working in Johannesburg. It's no longer working here in Johannesburg. There's now this blue one. Um, yeah. So there, the yellows, the old yellow train, they're still using it. I did ride with it. If you want to have an experience, you can also ride to go to any of those destinations. Just come up, go, and come back. Something that you could do when you're. But those are the things that you don't need to do alone. You can do that with a local. It's very important. Right. So, like I was saying, when you are in Durban, the places that I would tell you to go to is like Umhlanga. You can go to Balito. You can go to what is they call this to Bluff. We can go. There's so many areas that is near, that is neighboring Umhlanga. Nice places that you can go to. You can go also to Richards Bay. Um, I didn't go to Richards Bay for filming, but that was some time long ago, and I'm planning to, like, I should go there to Richards Bay. I think I've been asked to do that when I go to Durban. I think maybe I should go to Richards Bay so that I can show you how Richards Bay is looking like. Um, I've heard that it's also a good place, and there are also some small towns that is neighboring um, Durban. I think it's Market. There was some serious flooding that happened there. I think last year or this year. I can't remember well. Some serious flooding that happens, but it's also is a beautiful area that you should go to. Um, I'd say those are the places that I love. I'm talking of someone who asked me which is the cities that you might prefer, or that you'd say you is your favorite. Then another one is Pretoria. Pretoria. Right now, I'm in Pretoria. So I love this area. Other thing, why do I love Pretoria? Pretoria is it's quite hot in Pretoria. If you're someone who cannot tolerate some heat, it won't be good for you. It's hot, but you'll get used to it. It's hot. That's what the weather is okay, but when it's cold, it's cold. It gets cold, very cold. And what do I love of Pretoria? I think if I'm walking, what I love most of Pretoria is the CBD. Um, when I'm walking in Pretoria, I feel kind of safe. I don't usually like someone who looks over my shoulder and say who's behind me, of which is a thing that I hate, guys. I just hate that when I'm walking in a certain city, I'm always like looking behind my back. Who's like that thing, who's by my next? I should work for 10 minutes and check again and see who's wearing what, who's is that person still there? That's a hassle. I don't like that. So when I'm in Pretoria, that I don't do. I can just walk, even though I'll be vigilant, but it's still an area whereby, in every city bad things happen, but it's not an area whereby I'll be like, I must always be that vigilant. That's why I love Pretoria and the areas surrounding Pretoria. I know a lot of other bad things are happening in the locations, in the townships like Soshanguve. There's some bad things that has been happening there, some gangs and other stuff. But anyway, um, that doesn't stop you from going to travel to those areas. But as I'm saying, you don't go to those areas without a local, without someone who knows the place very well, like those. But the city and these other suburbs, like Waterkloof. It's one of the richest suburb in Pretoria. You should visit if you just want to go see it. And the malls that is also in Pretoria, like which is this one by the mall of I've, I've forgotten. I've forgotten that area. It's a nice mall. It's one of the biggest malls Mainland Mall. It's called Mainland Mall. You should visit it. You feel like, yeah, I don't know. There are beautiful places, guys, in South Africa here. Just don't take those clips that we take when bad things are happening, and then you judge South Africa from that. You'd go wrong totally. then you miss out. You miss out the whole pie because you're concentrating on the crumb that is underneath the table, and then the whole crumb that is on top of the table, you miss it. So when you concentrate on the bad things that is being portrayed or being shown with the social media, as we do, it's just a kind of you know, we're just showing you the things that might happen, the things that you must be aware of when you are visiting those countries. It doesn't mean those things happen to each and every area that you will be. No, those scenes, they happen, like that lady the lady and the gang that gave me tough time in Johannesburg's last time when I posted that other video. You know, that was one of the times that I've been given hard times with the gangs, and I felt like, no, I need to expose this, and I don't care. I'm going to show the face of the person that will give me very bad time in Johannesburg, because I felt like, imagine having to take a taxi going somewhere where you're not supposed to go. That's just crazy. It's infuriating. It's but you can't take that experience and make it as if it's gonna be happening every day. It's gonna be happening everywhere. It's not like that. It happened to me. There was a reason for it to happen, and maybe there's something that I believe when it happened to me, those people might have followed me. Maybe they might have, because I went to a certain bank. I think I was at an ATM for ABSA. I went to an ATM ABSA. I think it was at what is this area, by the way? Park Station. I don't know if somebody noticed me that I'm from the ATM. Maybe I've drawn some cash there, and I'm got a camera that I had, right in front of me. I was just holding a camera. So that might have given a red flag to someone who might have seen a bad apple, who might have seen that and had to communicate with these other people. And then maybe that's when the following started. And I didn't notice that. I only noticed that later on, that no, man, these people, it's like this, until I managed to get one of them into the focus of the camera. When that thing was happening, I said, no, shit, this thing is about to go loose now. So what's the best thing to do? Let me just forget. Let me just get away from the city and go. But that doesn't define the city. That doesn't say anything about the city. Yes, things like that is happening, but it doesn't define the city. So this is the thing that I'm just talking about Pretoria. Why I love Pretoria is the weather and everything. This is the reason why I even end up having something like just a small property here, because I loved Pretoria. I wouldn't even know exactly where I wanted. I would have maybe have done that in Cape Town or in Durban, but well, I chose Pretoria because it's kind of right at the center of uh, of South Africa. It's at the center of South Africa. I can go to Cape Town, I can go to Durban, I can go to Johannesburg, and easy. That's the reason why, the advantage is why I love Pretoria. So yeah, which one is the other area that I would say, if you are the tips of traveling? Remember, we are just sharing the tips of traveling. If you've got any questions, guys, I know you just type and ask anything. If you've got any questions about traveling, and also we need to chat about. I'm gonna just touch there and there. We need to chat something about food, the expenses, or the expense of food, the food availability, the prices, and all that stuff, and where the food expenses are less than in different cities, different towns, different areas. I would say food is much cheaper in areas like Gauteng. So this is the region of Gauteng. Um, some other like to pronounce it as Gauteng. The food is quite cheap in those cities. Um, it's quite affordable for someone who's traveling. You see, and even in the accommodation in Pretoria is quite affordable than than Johannesburg, I think, but they're almost the same. The accommodation in Johannesburg, the accommodation in Pretoria is almost the same. But Durban is even more cheaper as far as I'm concerned. Durban has got more cheaper accommodation than uh, than Johannesburg. And in Johannesburg, the places that I should tell you should go to Sandton. Sandton is a very beautiful place, guys. It's got very beautiful malls. It's a very rich city. You enjoy being there, but it's expensive. It's an expensive city. Um, it's under Johannesburg. It falls under Johannesburg. Um, you can also go to Fours. To Fours. Fours has got it's got it there. There is a Monte Casino. You can go enjoy some restaurants at Monte Casino there. There is Fours more. Some good areas around there as well. And you can go to Rosebank, areas like Rosebank. Rosebank is a good area. It's a nice suburbs. It's for, I can say, middle class people, rich people. They reside together there. Different offices of nice offices. It's actually one of the safe areas that you can say you can stay, you can live when you come to Johannesburg. Yeah, Rosebank, book a hotel there when you're around in Johannesburg. Stay there. When you want to do nightlife, those ones you have been asking me about nightlife. Um, Nightlife, you can go do it in Maboneng. Maboneng is an area that is downtown Johannesburg, and it's near Kwamai Mai as well. Kwamai Mai is very near Maboneng, and that's where they do a lot of braai. It's an area that is under the bridge. So those areas, many people they tend to think it's dangerous. So when you go to those areas like that one, as a tourist, go with someone who knows the area. Don't go there alone. It's nightlife. But Maboneng, you can go there alone. At Maboneng, you can do nightlife there. But make sure you come with an Uber. After that, you get to an Uber, you go back to where you came from, to your hotel. So that's where you can go and do your nightlife at Maboneng. And also in there's this area that you can also go do some nightlife. That is an what area is this? Bramfontein. There's some nightclubs there that you can also go in and enjoy yourself when you're doing nightlife. All right. Bramfontein is actually under Johannesburg. It's just very close. It's just under the same city, and it's cleaner than the other areas that I've shown you. Johannesburg, how happened that it's not my favorite, but very an interesting one, very an interesting city. Is I can say the crime rate in Johannesburg doesn't suit well with me. Um, the crime rate right in Johannesburg, the CBD, especially the CBD. I'm not talking of these other areas, and there are some other good areas in Johannesburg. Johannesburg falls, it's an umbrella. There are so many good areas that is surrounding Johannesburg, right? So don't take one area, those crowded areas, and then just make it the same with other good areas. But as far as I'm concerned, even in those crowded areas, it's a place where you can enjoy people. You know, the things that they sell there that maybe you might not get in the shops. It's enjoyable just to see people thriving and making a life, making a living out of that. All right. So yeah, what else have I left? I was talking of the affordability of food. I said Johannesburg is more cheaper. Durban is also food wise. It's more cheaper. Um, Pretoria, it's more cheaper. But Cape Town, food wise, it's not cheap. Accommodation wise, it's not cheap. So those are the things that you just have to look at. All right. Right. I don't know. What else did I want to chat about? I think it was food. It was food. All right. Hotels and places that you can, the destinations, um, uh, tourist destinations, the places that I can encourage you to come and visit when you come to South Africa. To those ones who are like, you want to learn more about South Africa, maybe even coming to invest in South Africa, when you come, get to know the area. First of all, before you've done anything, stay in a certain area, learn people, get to know the people, get to know how people are living, and travel around the country. Get to learn about that country. Don't just, like, when you come and then you just stay in Cape Town forever, and then after that you're gone. Boom, you're back to the States. Come, you come to Cape Town, then you go, you travel all these cities that I've been just mentioning. You go even Port Elizabeth, Bloemfontein. There is an area for again in Freestad where they call it's Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein is quite a nice place as well. It's quite a good place as far as I'm concerned, and it's very affordable. Actually, Bloemfontein is very affordable. It's one of the cheapest cities actually in South Africa. So it's an area that you should also, like, you can go visit, you can go see, but there is not much of anything there, like when it comes to wanting to see things like there in Cape Town. It's actually it's a city that is landlocked. So what is there is it's just farming, animal farming, game. That's what you can see in Bloemfontein. The same thing that we can also see here in Johannesburg and Pretoria. The game. You can see the game and all that, animals. Yeah. So what else? I don't know if I'm missing anything else. If there is something now you want to ask, I think I've said more than enough of what I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if there is anything else here. What's your favorite South Africa? I think that's the things that I've just said. So I don't know where you're joining this live from, and should I say good afternoon to you? Should I say good evening to you? Should I say good morning? Because I know you're from different areas. So it's been like wonderful having you. And I think if there is anything, guys, just stop by and just like the video. Just have a moment, just like the video and subscribe. It's more important. Subscribe, because people, we might tend to forget, and then the love is gone, and then you don't subscribe because you've just forgotten. Not to say you've done it by maybe you want to. So subscribe to the channel before you leave, and there is so much, guys, that I'm gonna be sharing, given with time, blessings from God. Um, I'll be traveling a lot. I'm looking forward to be traveling a lot. I'm looking forward not only to be doing South Africa in the very near future to come. I've been saying this, but there's certain things that is not allowing me to do that. But I'm still gonna be doing the walks, a lot of walks, because I believe the reason why I love this type of content, walking content, is because I get to show you things as they are. It's not like I put a content and I put some music to amuse you, or maybe to make you think that area is like this because of the music I might have added. Well, I'm not that. Well, the other content creators, they do that. It's okay. It's good, but I want to be like showing you the real things as they are, without adding or subtracting. So that's the reason why I do some walk videos. I walk in areas showing you the places is there, so you get to know the place as it is, without subtracting anything, without adding anything. So that's the same thing I'll be looking forward to be doing into areas, into certain cities, into certain countries, different countries as the time goes by. I'll be visiting. I won't be just a Walk Africa channel, but I'll be a Walk World channel as the time goes by, if it allows me, as much as we are growing, if it allows me. So, guys, it has been a pleasure having you around. Is there any question that you want to raise before I go, before I close? Because I'm just about to say goodbye, guys. Is there any question that you want to ask before I say goodbye? If you've got any question that you want to ask, can you ask now before I say goodbye? Wait for your, or maybe you can also tell us where you are watching from. It will be very interesting if that happens. Anyway, if there is not going to be that question, then I think it's time for me to say goodbye. So goodbye, guys. I'll be seeing you in the next one, in the next live. Bye bye. Love you.